Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder again with another Reddit story for you. This one from the AITA subreddit is titled, Am I the Astronaut If I Don't Want to Pay for My Husband's Law School? Oh dear. Okay, to start off, I am a 28 female and my husband is 38 male. He's been jobless for a few months, but just landed a 6-figure job in Missouri. Our plan has been for me to finish school, 2 more years of my engineering degree currently doing, work in the field for a couple of years, then try for a baby. Well, I ended up getting pregnant a few months ago, and in the end, we decided to keep the baby. Our decision was that I would stay home with the baby during the day, not work, and take a couple night classes a week to finish my degree. My husband has always been encouraging about my finishing school, but now wants to go to law school out of nowhere. Mind you, he already has $40,000 in student loans, a home foreclosure, a recent eviction, and bad credit. We are living with my parents right now until the move because of the eviction. He moved into a very expensive apartment and spent every dollar he earned. I had to cover everything when he lost his job, and it is way out of my budget. I didn't pay rent when I first moved in. I always offered, but he always insisted I focus on school. Our new apartment will have to be in my name. On top of that, now he wants to randomly go to law school in the middle of all of this? I still have my FAFSA to pay for school and currently work as a server. He will be paying the rent while I'm pregnant and can't work. Well, some of my financial aid will go to expenses. Maybe I'm being selfish, but it seems unfair of him to spring his lawyer dream on me out of nowhere, especially while newly pregnant. He wants to do it soon because he feels old, 38, but our next couple of years are going to be financially stressful enough. We have been through a lot financially, and all of it due to his irresponsible spending. He is filing for bankruptcy soon, but still hasn't yet due to money issues. I also don't see how he is going to have time for a newborn, law school, and his new job. I don't want to be a stay-at-home mom forever. Nothing wrong with it, just excited to use my degree, get out of serving, and also chip away at his debt. It feels unfair for him to add more financial stress when he caused the issue we are currently in. Our kid will be around 3 when I plan to rejoin the workforce, so I also feel like I'm making career sacrifices by taking less classes per semester and postponing internships to stay home with the baby. I just feel like an asshole for dissuading him from becoming a lawyer because he has always been supportive of my schooling and swears this is what he wants to do with his life. He thinks it's unfair for him to support me through school and for me to not do the same for him. FAFSA is paying for my school. We would be paying for his. It's just so annoying because we randomly get hit with a baby while I'm the only one working. He finally gets a good paying job after us struggling for months, so I thought we'd be able to catch up and breathe, but then he pulls this out of nowhere. My question is, am I the astronaut for not wanting him to go to law school? No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. First of all, yeah, her FAFSA isn't necessarily a grant. I mean, it can be student loans, it can be Pell Grants, it can be lots of things. FAFSA is just the form you fill out that determines your financial eligibility, right? It's been a while since I've been there. It's been a while since I've been in college. You don't get this gray beard for nothing. No, the issue is not supporting him during school when he supported you. First of all, he hasn't finished that. You're still doing school. If you're going to do the whole I supported you so you can support me thing, first of all, he's got to start supporting you. Letting you live at his place without paying rent at the beginning when he ends up getting evicted from the place. And now, like, you guys are both saddled with all of his debt and his bad decisions, and he wants to go make another one. Be like, excuse me, sir, you aren't allowed to make decisions for a while. Because every time you've made a choice, you have put us in a worse and worse and worse position. Every single one of these decisions from now on needs to be a discussion. And this is not something where you just be like, hey, you know what? I think I know what I want to do. I know I just landed a 6-figure job, but I really want to go to law school. Cool. You know what? It's good to have dreams. It's good to have things that you think you want to do. However, sir, you have a responsibility to your family first. And if you've already agreed to support your wife while she goes to school, you have to see that through first. Once that's done and she's able to start supporting the family, then bring it up again. And maybe the time will be right. The time is not right now. If you were financially ahead and had a nest egg and were in a position where you could do this without causing your family harm, that's a different conversation. That's not the case at all. You've already done so much harm to your family and put them in the position that they're in right now. Now you want to do more. It's It feels like a freak out. And this might be a first-time father freak out. We read a lot of stories that I get the first-time father freak out vibe from. It could very well be part of that. It doesn't explain all of it. It doesn't explain everything leading up to this moment, but it could explain this thing right here. Maybe he's looking ahead and he's like, I want to have a stable future to be able to support my family. Okay, I understand that. Dude, you just landed a 6-figure job, and those aren't exactly common in Missouri. So why don't you start there and start there instead of venturing on a new journey that doesn't give you the ability to earn any income until several years down the road. And then you're going to be paying back a huge amount of money. Take care of your family first. OP, you are not the asshole for not wanting to support him going to school. No, because it's not the right decision. It's not the right play. It's not the smart play. Just no. I don't know how you communicate that to him. How do you communicate this to him without it just sounding like you're just saying no and shitting on his dream? I think the father angle here is at least the thing that would create the most amount of internal pain and hopefully create some change in the way that he's thinking. You have a responsibility to your child. That's in here. Start there. You've already made progress by securing this job. He hasn't even gone there yet. They're moving to Missouri soon because he just landed this job. Why would you, just having achieved something great, want to be like, you know what, I want to undo that, and I want to take 3 more steps backward. That's what I want to do. What could be causing this desire? He's afraid to fail again. He's not being responsible. There's a time and place to try something new. Right now is not the time. I agree with that, Stacy. Definitely agree with that. Self-sabotage, Rebel Wolf. That is definitely some self-sabotage. Like he achieves one good thing and then immediately decides to implode it, unless he's already done something to screw up that opportunity and he's already lost it. That's entirely possible too. Self-sabotager. Okay, so here's the next question. What drives self-sabotage? Fear of failure? And at that point, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, is it not? He could go to college online after work. Yeah, that's true. I mean, if he wanted to work that direction, yeah, he's got to get accepted first, but he could chip away that direction. We don't even know that he has the prerequisites completed in order to apply to law school. There are prerequisites, right? He could chip away at those at night. But again, he's going to have a new baby to take care of as well. Like the amount of time you're going to have after hours to take classes and stuff is not going to exist. And OP understands this because she's already trying to spin several plates at once. Let's assume for argument's sake that he has done nothing that is a prerequisite, including taking the LSAT, including taking any kind of prereq courses at a standard 4-year university degree. 4-year degree university. That's what I meant to say. Christine, full-time law students aren't allowed to work. There's all kinds of evidence stacked up against him doing this, and for it just being a whim, for it just being a dream, it's the general erratic behavior that has me most concerned, right? It is his behavior leading up to this point, and this is just the newest in the latest series of eccentricities. It is the latest eccentricity for him, which gives me a lot more discomfort about his ability to be a stable father. There are bigger issues here. So OP, you are not the asshole for not wanting to pay for your husband's law school. That's not the real issue. There are much bigger issues here. And I feel like you're going to have to pull out some tough love. This is going to take some tough love to communicate with him. And if he tries to guilt you by saying that he supported you, that's a commitment he's not yet through with because you're still in school. And kind of seems like he has trouble following through with his commitments. Bring that up. See this through. Finish something before you start trying to take on new things. Let's just focus on finishing things first. Let's focus on cleaning up the mess that you've made. And then when we're in a place that's more comfortable, then we can address the next steps in the future and the things that you want to do. We are not yet to the position where we can decide to pursue wants. We are in a position where we have to address needs.